What is up, guys? In today's video we have another inside the mine style video where I'm walking you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below what you think of the TAC AR, because that is the main change that has occurred since like the last video I made in this series, or like, you know, this week in Fortnite. The TAC AR is what was added. Personally, I am not a fan of that weapon at all, but it does have, you know, people that really enjoy it. I also have never been the biggest fan of it. Like, every iteration of the TAC AR, I feel like other players have kind of enjoyed more than I did, or like I had a lower opinion on it than average, I guess would be a way to describe that. I don't feel that strongly about my drop, but we'll see how this goes. What is this weapon? I'm gonna land on here and then drop. That's not ideal. I wanted to land on the roof and then just drop down and grab the weapon rather than like gliding all the way, which doesn't matter. But if there was someone trying to contest that at the same time as me, then like landing on the roof and dropping down would have made my ability to get that gun a bit faster. Is the Thunderburst SMG. Fighting going on the other side of the POI. Into this Warforged AR. They ended up patching these barrels. They no longer give the flow effect. They still sound like how they sounded when they gave the flow effect, but that was also something just like really random that was changed in the most recent update. Like at some point during last season, they added some new barrels to the map, and they looked like the regular barrels, but they would give you flow effect as well as 15 shield. But now they have reverted those barrels back, or I guess they reverted them to being regular barrels. But they still make the sound of the flow barrel when you hit it. I don't know, it's very bizarre, like when they initially added it and it was messed up, and then kind of bizarre that they're fixing it now as well. Let me in. Nice. I don't like suppressor on my Warforged AR much, but but I like the red dot, and it's better than what I had. That fight, I just get to this low ground. A lot of people just automatically assume low ground is bad, but when you're fighting around these roofs like this, or any area where you are low ground, if you play like so close to the edge like that, the other person has like such a hard time seeing you until you actually like jump up. You're just easily able to make quick work of that player. Obviously, they weren't the greatest, but just like little things like that can be huge. And then I wanted to focus that Midas there, because it looked like they were the one winning that fight. So I want to get them weak. That way, even if that other player does end up killing the Midas and winning because I've assisted them, like I thought that other player was already kind of the one losing that fight. And like, I don't know, people see third partying as such a brainless activity, but I feel like picking the person to shoot can be nice sometimes. Make your life a little bit easier having two weak players rather than like one healthy player surviving there. If I shoot the person that's already clearly losing the fight, which I think I did end up getting the kill on him, but I was like more so focusing the Midas. But if I end up killing the person that's already losing the fight, the person that was just, you know, already winning just wins harder, and then they probably just don't take very much damage. And he has the Earthbender mythic already, or not, yeah, he has the Earthbender like cover already placed there. Someone already got Grim Gate medallion. I wonder if they're going for this. Doesn't seem like it. It looks like they're going more north, maybe towards Underworld. But with supply drops this season, there's typically people going for them. In the past, they would just come randomly, but now you have to activate like the service station thing to get the supply drop to spawn. So there's at least somebody usually going for it. So if you are looking for a place to find somebody, those supply drops can be a nice little indication, or a nice little potential thing to do. I need to get dashes somewhere. I usually drive through the water over that bridge to get dashes, but I forgot to do so this game. We'll get some right here, I think. I don't really enjoy fighting Underworld. I don't come here very often, so I'm not very familiar with this POI. Like if I come to this biome, I'm going Grim Gate. I landed Grimgate in last week's video in this series. That's why I didn't land here this time. Prison is fighting the boss, I think. I don't know why the column isn't there. Nice, let's grab medallion. The struggle is real right now to get it though. I just heard somebody shoot a suppressed sniper. I'm shooting an auto shotgun, but I don't think the Hades boss has that. The boss hasn't even spawned yet. That's not great. I can't hit a snipe. See if he chases. Getting him to waste dashes is nice for me though. Because I had the medallion, he doesn't. I'm gonna take this gold gatekeeper over the mythic because I can put attachments on it later. But anyways, I wanted to dash to this in hopes that he would chase me and then I could turn back and beam him. And then I felt that like any time I can get him to waste dashes, it's good because I have the medallion, he doesn't. So if we can make him waste a dash or two before we get into a shotgun fight, I think that favors me because I'm gonna be regenning dashes, whereas he has to get to the green water to get his back. I don't remember if I used the burst SMG in the last one of these videos. Because I think the burst SMG is quite good. And there's one here. So I could take Mythic. If I wanted to use the Mythic Gatekeeper, I for sure want to run the burst SMG with it. That way, like, the 3-round magazine isn't the most detrimental thing in the world. Because if I do end up, you know, shooting my shots out and then not getting an elimination, I could just swap to the burst SMG and we have like a very good weapon. But I may or may not have used the burst SMG in the last one of these videos I made. I'm not entirely sure. The shockwave here, I think. I'm going to do this just for the video, but I would prefer to have the drum gatekeeper along with the Warforged AR. Especially this game because my snipes have not been it. So if I was hitting snipes, I feel like using the SMG doesn't like inconvenience me that much at range. But just so far this match, my sniper aim has not been the greatest. I thought I saw somebody like running up to this. I'm so confused. I'm gonna have to watch the footage back on that one. When I was like driving up to this, I thought there was somebody running up here. There is, okay. I didn't realize my windshield got popped earlier. Gotta reload. I want him to get in the car with me. This is like not great. That was like the worst fight ever. I felt like nothing was like going the way I wanted it to. And they hit their shots hard. I don't know if you guys have ever played against somebody like that. I don't know why, but I feel like that player was not very good. Like, just everything he did there in the fight, like, especially his movement, just seemed bizarre. Like, he was just, like, kind of standing out in the open there, not really doing anything. But, like, it's hard with a shotgun, man. I don't know what it is. That is a trend I've seen, like, for many years in Fortnite. It's just, like, kind of body player that's like actually incredibly dangerous. And yeah, I think if I had drum mag gatekeeper there, it's a bit easier. I could get that gold, but it's whatever. But I was hoping he would get in the car and then I could burst him. Cerberus dash is OP there. The fact that I could just dash away and then hit him with a burst. End up getting the kill that way. I think that might not have worked against a better player though. Like I feel like a better player would have reacted to me dashing a bit faster, but also at the same time, I think a better player wouldn't have played like that person played. So we're never in that situation to begin with. Like I think that person played very, very bizarre. Okay, now we have attachments. I have good loot. Player over in front of me by this rock. I'm gonna shoot a little bit. Dang, I was hoping he would over peek if I shot. What's up with these people? Everyone's being sneaky behind these rocks. We can go on that. I have no sprint. I think he waited too long to airbend there. And then unfortunately got stuck in that building with it. The worst is when you're in this area, or just like whenever, if you have the medallion and run out of sprint and dashes. Feels so slow. Again, if I had a dash, this is an AI, so it wouldn't have mattered, but if I had a dash there, I would have dashed to here and then like dashed to like over here kind of. And then we just end up behind him and it's like very bizarre for him to even deal with that, but it was an AI, so. Doesn't matter one way or the other, but I was also out of dashes and that's why I couldn't like do what I wanted to do. But that is how I would have liked to have used the dashes. Island is over here. I'm gonna fight it. I like fighting island a lot more when I have the dashes. I would prefer if this island didn't go in an area where everyone else is gonna have dashes, just so my advantage would be a bit larger. Like if I'm the only one in the area that has dashes, that's great. But anybody that comes up to island here probably is also gonna have dashes. I thought I heard someone riff before me. It was like before the island spawned though, so they probably got pushed back down. I just don't know where they went. More shots. This is probably that medallion player. Maybe not. The airbending. That's the medallion player. He has the Ares medallion. I know because the Zeus one wasn't claimed. Oh no. It's not what I wanted to do at all. I just wanted to do one dash. I guess I'll just leave. I like fighting island, but it doesn't seem like anyone's going to it. I got sniped that from somewhere. I'm gonna try to go get this medallion player. This looks like an AI. The car gotta make so much noise, man. Like internally combusting. This player does have airbending, so if I hit them, I want to close that kill quick. Just had visual audio footsteps here. I don't see or hear them though. Gonna get to this other car. I don't know what this guy's doing. I feel like I'm seeing visual audio for like an AI in that building. Maybe not. Nice. And we use all our 3 shots there. Even if I don't get the kill though, we switch to the burst and then we're throwing out like 90 damage a burst-ish. I don't know exactly how much damage it does off the top of my head, but it's like such a good amount of damage. I'm surprised. When he was just like lingering in that building, I thought for sure it was like an AI in the building that I was getting visual audio on. And then the airbending I saw visual audio wise, I was thinking was like the medallion player pulling up because we had known that that player had, I don't know where I'm getting shot from. I just got sniped from somewhere though. Yeah, on the roof. We fizz. And then if he pushes, I'll fizz shock away and then fizz more in the air. He's got a DMR. He was on that building before. The struggle is real to do what I want right now. I'm gonna go get a new G-Wagon, I think. There's one for one over here. So yeah, that guy's just like hiding in one of the buildings. And I feel like rats like that, like people always ask like, how do you beat hiding or like ratty players or campers? Like I think the biggest thing is just don't fight them in their nest. And it's like I maybe could push that player and kill him, you know? Like it's definitely possible. But forcing that fight is one of the few ways that I feel like that player has a favorable outcome. Like usually if people are playing like that, it's because they're not confident. He hit me 70 damage and did nothing with it. Or maybe more. I think it was overshield plus like 70-ish. This Aang is here. We'll see what he does. This rocket is very weak. He hit shots. That guy in the building is still sniping at us too. I don't know if he can really see. I'm gonna go over here. I think I bodied him there. I guess I didn't. I don't know. I'm confused. I'm so confused right now. I thought I heard like the noise of me hitting him. Like I didn't see the numbers, but I thought I heard like the noise of me hitting shield with sniper. Huge banana. That's very beneficial for me. Again, I think if I'm using the drum mag version of the gold that I could have had, I think we're just in a much better spot there. I probably would have killed that Aang. I was expecting to have already just bodied him for like 120 damage. So like I was not thinking he was like very healthy. This gets messy now though, because that Aang is not bad. And then we have that other player playing off the sniper. That Aang is obviously playing off sniper as well. And I feel like all these players are gonna focus me. My medallion, like, isn't that much larger than the size of the circle. So it's not like it's, like, really advertising my location. But just, like, based on how all these people have been playing thus far, I feel like I'm one of the few, like, active players in the game. Okay, so he will have to move off that mountain. He has a launch pad up there, though, so I don't really expect to, like, be able to hard punish him by it. I think I'm gonna have a hard time really utilizing this building while he's up there. So one player is kind of airbending up the middle. That Aang is on the hill, and then one was like deep left just shooting at the airbender. Okay, that Aang just fizz shocked onto me. I think. Okay, there he is. He fizz padded. I thought he was fizz shocking, so I was going to get ready to shock up and then EMP him. Zone pulls backwards towards the coast. I don't know if it was the Aang that's airbending here. Alright, it is. I'm going to push him. Oh no. I messed up my shockwave. I am so confused with that player's HP constantly. I thought I just like cracked him with the snipe. Maybe he got a little bit of overshield back. But when I hit that snipe, it sounded to me like I broke his shield. So I was thinking that he was like weak from the previous fight still. And in like a very bad spot. GG's. But yeah, if you, like, because Zero Build has the overshield, if you full break someone's shield with a body shot, then they weren't full health to begin with. And so, like, odds are they're in a bad situation. And I did have him incredibly weak earlier. And then on that body shot snipe, it sounded to me like I broke shield. But, like, I thought I bodied him earlier when I just didn't. So, you know, my understanding of the audio was not the greatest this game. But I just felt like with how everyone was playing, I was going to be the focal point of that game. You saw everyone was kind of playing not really to do anything, and I had one of the only house that was in zone. So I just really didn't want to do anything. We can fish for snipes like I did. Don't expose too much. We hit the snipe, key that, get that person out of the game, and then the other people fight, and then we basically have a free win from there. But that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys found this helpful, informative, interesting. Mythic Gatekeeper is good, but I would much rather have one with drum mag, and I feel like there was a few fights during that game that would have been a bit easier if I had drum. But I'll see you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching.